Well, we're here today, as you said, we're from Cavalex Models. We're here today, we brought the final pre-production samples of our Class 56 locomotive, which is due out later in the year. So we brought those today to give them a test, a run round on the layout. We brought some wagons with us. We brought some HAA coal wagons, our PGA stone hopper wagons, which were our first wagon that we produced, which came out, well, it'll be 5 years ago. Yep. So that's where it all began. So it's really just to give them a test and a run around the layout and give our support to making tracks. And we're obviously very grateful for them allowing us to come here today and run our stuff on their layout. Well, I'm based in Essex.
Right. And I'm based in Chesterfield in Derbyshire.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's,
do you design everything yourself?
We do, yeah. I'm a CAD designer by trade, and I design all the CAD work, send it off to the factory, and they basically make what I design really. So it's a collaborative process, obviously, with translating what I've designed to making the tooling and whatever. But it's primarily what I design, and they tweak it for the tooling. So the frustrating thing is you know you go to a factory and they want to make it the easiest job that they can make it. So the benefit we have as a company is that we do the design in-house. We're the guys behind it. I'm the guy doing the CAD. I'm translating what we're measuring off the real locos into what we want to produce. We're looking at all the things we want to add as detail. And that gives us a benefit because we can add everything at that stage. And then it's up to the factory to trim out what they feel they can't do or don't want to do.
Right.
Which makes it an easier job for us to then argue, well, no, we want to keep that in. Where a lot of manufacturers, they'll use the factory themselves to do the CAD work. So they'll send off photographs, dimensions, whatever to the factory. They'll do the CAD, send it back for approval. And of course, the factory is going to start from a position of not having as much detail on because they're going to sort of do what they want to make. And it's up to you to then try and convince them to put more on, where we are sort of coming from the opposite end of the spectrum. We could actually put all the detail to start with and say, well, you know, we'll allow you to remove this amount of detail or whatever because of the manufacturing process. But all the details there in the beginning, which is sort of different to how the manufacturers work.
Do you put sound in your locos as well? Do you have your own sound files, or is it available off the shelf?
The sound file that we've got here is a custom file that we had done by ESU.
Right.
They came over. They recorded a locomotive live for us down at Shrewsbury.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
Shrewsbury,
Yeah, with Colas. I mean, our thanks to Colas. We're very grateful for their assistance. We recorded 56105 at Shrewsbury, and that sound file, the latest sound file from ESU, is actually in both of our 56s that we've got here today, and a new speaker as well, which is a production version of the speaker, which we're testing as well.
Yeah, but we're sort of testing that for ESU at this stage because that's a brand new speaker that they've developed over the last 2 years. So in effect, it's the first locomotive to have that speaker as well. So it's a first in two respects.
So this model here is of 56001 in DC Rail Freight Grey. So this is a pre-production sample. So it's here for us to sign off the paint colours, the livery artwork and printing, and all the elements that go to make up that individual loco.
Right. So how long would you say you've worked on this? How much time have you invested, or how many months?
What, in man hours?
Well, no, just since the beginning.
It's taken a good few years to get to this stage, from I suppose the concept, the idea, to then doing the research, doing the survey, doing the CAD work, working with the factory, then doing the artwork for the liveries, and then working with the factory to get the first engineering prototype samples, then the first decorated samples, and now we're at the final samples ahead of production.
Well, they're on sale now. You can pre-order them, through our retailer network, but they are due to arrive in the country at the end of October, beginning of November.
So we do have projects at different stages, from research, survey, design, in-tooling, painted samples. We have got a few projects on the go that we haven't announced yet that are at different stages of the process.
Well, we've got a project that's actually at the painted sample stage, haven't we? So it's ready to push the button on production. That's not even been announced yet. So.
On our website, there are a list of our stockists that are stocking the Class 56. and they can be pre-ordered from that list of stockists.
So tell us about this.
So this is 56023 in coal sector, pulling a rake of our HAA coal hoppers.
Well, our locomotives, you can get EM and P4 drop-in wheel sets, so it's basically like a 3-minute job to change the wheels over, so we've got no issue with that. And all of our stock, all of our wagons and whatever are designed to take proprietary sort of fine-scale wheels and standards and whatever. So, of course, it's obviously a way to sort of promote our, affinity with the fine scales as well, I guess.
So as Cab was saying, from day one our ethos has been to try and produce the most highly detailed models we possibly can within the constraints of the manufacturing process, because at the end of the day it has to be injection moulded, painted, printed, assembled in factory conditions. So we are constrained by that, but as Cab said earlier, we've been really pushing the boundaries with the factories, which have responded brilliantly to that.
Well, as I said earlier, you always get pushback from the factory because they want to make the easiest thing. But we've always said, well, try that, try something new. And ultimately, they've always succeeded as well. And for instance, on our Class 56 here, this is the first time ever on a production model that we've actually been able to achieve. Roof cantrail grills that you can actually see through. They're actually moulded through all the way through the body. Now, when we went to the factory on that, they said, "Oh, we can't do that. That's never been done. We can't do that." And we said, "Well, just give it a try, see what you can produce." And within a week, we'd got a sample with the grills actually moulded through.
And when you look at the bogie detail, 36 separately fitted parts make up each bogie, but that's not the actual bogie itself. These are all the additional parts to make up the...
So all these little brake levers and brake...
cantilevers
and all that, they're all separately fitted. Even the spring axle mount mechanisms themselves are all separately fitted as well. So,
We'll turn side on. Let's have a look at the wheel.
So we actually get fresh air behind all the moulded detail. It's not